Hi, everybody. Good afternoon and happy Friday. This is Brenda Harrelson. Kevin is out today, but I will be with you. And if you saw our blog update today, you saw that we will have a special guest. Mike Silkett is here. He's our product portfolio manager. You may have met him at MegaCamp if you were there for the MC Tech Ambassador session. And he's going to be talking to you all about product advisory groups. And of course, we have Adam Fletcher from support. He is helping to answer questions.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Adam. So thanks for being here. We appreciate you being here the Friday before a long holiday weekend, although it might be a busy weekend for all of you. I know it's a busy weekend for realtors. So let's go ahead and get started. So our first topic, something you've probably heard now, either in the news or you got an email yesterday from John Davis and Chris Heller. But this is just a reminder that we have announced that Market Leader is going to be purchased. Zillow Group has sold it to a company called Constellation Software. So anyway, an email went out about this yesterday, as I said, from Chris Heller and John Davis. And in that email, there is a link. So you see it highlighted here on your screen that will take you to a page on MyKW. And on that page, you'll find the message in the email as well as answers to about 5 different frequently asked questions. So if you're getting questions from agents in your market center and aren't sure how to answer them, this is a great resource for you where you can go to get the answers. But the main message is it's business as usual, and we all really see this as a good thing because the Constellation Group is a company that's known for acquiring software companies and then really developing and enhancing them. So it's not something that they're buying and scrapping. They're going to really take this and evolve the suite of software products from Market Leader into something that will really meet your business needs as they grow. So again, this is a great resource if you are getting questions in your market center. So the next topic is about the KW websites and early adopters. So again, at MegaCamp, we announced that we are rolling out yet another website platform for agents and for market centers. And again, this will eventually take the place of the eEdge and the eAgency websites, although that won't happen for quite some time. So this is going live for all associates early next year. But if you would like to jump on early and become an early adopter, we're still taking requests to join that group. We're rolling out the early adopter group in 2 waves. And the first group, which is going live next month in October, that is full. So if you've already requested to be an early adopter, if you're in that first group, you will get an email sometime this month in September. However, you can still sign up if you haven't, and you might be able to get into the second wave, which I believe is going live in December. And if that's the case, you'll get notified prior to that time. So please feel free to go to the URL that you see on your screen, mykw.kw.com/websites. You'll see the page pictured there, and scroll down to the very bottom of the page, and there will be a brief form where you enter your name, your market center location, your email and associate ID, and then submit that to our team. And then again, if you're selected to be part of the group, you will get an email. So I don't have an exact date for when the emails will go out. We just know that it's going to be sometime in September. So any week now. Okay, so next I want to introduce Mike Silkett. Again, he's our product portfolio manager for communication, collaboration, and communities. So that includes Google and Mike, what other product suites does that encompass?
It's mostly Google right now, but a little bit of intranet that we share with Matt Jensen's team. But yeah, mostly Google and intranet.
Okay, and you've been with Keller Williams now for how long?
16 years.
Wow. Okay, so Mike's a veteran, has been with the technology group for a long time. And so Mike is here to talk about product advisory groups and how you can get involved, because as we always like to say, our technology and Keller Williams as an organization is for agents, built by agents. And so true to that philosophy, we are inviting you to make your voice heard as we evolve our technology. So I'm going to pass it over to Mike Silkett.
Happy Friday, everybody. I want to thank Brenda for inviting me and thank all of you for having me on the session today. I also want to thank all of the MC Techs and ambassadors who attended the session at MegaCamp. That was great. We got great feedback from all the product managers. You guys are one of our favorite groups to present to and talk to on a regular basis. And thank you all for those who attended the product advisory group meet and greet that we had there as well. For those of you that attended that, some of this may be a little bit of a refresher, but there may be some new material in here as well. So we hope to have something for everybody today. We want you guys to continue to let your agents know about product advisory groups and what we're doing. And this session today is to help solidify what we're trying to achieve and how we're going to go about that. So, and again, as always, if you have any questions, please throw them up and we'll address those as we go. So our mission is, of course, to really make great products, right? And we do that by putting out products that make our agents more productive and increase their overall production. There we go. Also, we want to work together with you guys to get quality feedback back. We want products that provide value. We're going to bounce ideas off you on a regular basis. We want to talk about our return on investment for our products and what the impacts will be. We're going to do plenty of usability studies and other groups that we call focus groups. So we're going to leverage you guys and pick your brains about all sorts of things. Some of these may be small groups. Some of these may be open to the entire product advisory group. You guys will also get to see things ahead of time. Beta testing, early influence on the product, even before it goes live, and a lot of times help us work out the kinks in the products. And of course, we want to do all of this through a controlled channel. So let's talk about the scope of that. Right now we're starting off with the groups you see on your screen right now. The first one is the Keller Williams mobile app, and the product manager on that is Devin Ryan. The second one is Google for now. That name may change to 3Cs, as Brenda and I were talking about earlier, but for right now we're going to focus on Google. We want to know how you guys are using Google in creative ways. We know that Google is a big product line, and we know that you guys are using it in new and interesting ways. So we want to hear about that, and we want to share that with the rest of the communities. Also websites, which is led by Adrian Freeberg. eEdge, some big changes coming from eEdge, so we know there'll be some good participation there. We've had also some good feedback on our Team Leads product, which is run by Nick Tomaszewski, KWLS and syndication, and then KW Video with JP Lewis. So how is all of this going to work? We are going to use our own products. We're going to use Google Communities to be the main communication channel. It will not be the only communication channel, but it will be the main place where we all go to communicate on these. We may link off to other videos or websites or other tools, but we're going to all be focused on the same area so that everybody can go to the same place and be a part of everything. So you'll also receive other emails and notifications that are centered around the group. Again, we're going to break off sometimes into small groups that may be focus groups where it may be online, or it may be, if we're lucky enough to sit down with you guys face to face. We'd love to form focus groups to meet with you one-on-one. And we want to reiterate that the purpose of these groups is not to do technical support. So this is not the session where you can come in and say, my listings are broken, and we're going to point you to our very competent support team for things like that. This is about product development and innovation, and not about technical support. All right, so let's talk about what your commitment will be if you do decide to join a product advisory group. First of all, what you won't have to commit to is any travel. We would love to use Family Reunion and Mega Camp for face-to-face time if you guys are already attending, but it's not going to be something that's required. Nor will be regular meetings or webinars. We want you guys to be able to do this on your own time, and that's another reason why we're leveraging our Google Communities to allow you to do that. So you'll be able to do this in your spare time and do it when it's convenient for you. What you will need to commit to is a 12-month participation in this, and we want that to be active participation. We're looking for people who are going to raise their hand, give advice, and not just be a member of the group to read what's going on. So that'll be a dependency for your continued membership into the product advisory groups, how much you participate. And of course, since we're talking about the secret sauce for Keller Williams Technology, we want you to hold all of this information confidential. There may be a situation where we ask our product advisory group members to sign NDAs just to kind of drive that point home, but we do want this to be confidential and kept inside the group. Okay, so here are the requirements. You have to be an active user of the technology for the group that you're in. If you're not using Team Leads, then we ask that you don't sign up for the Team Leads product. If you're not using our Google products, then we ask that you may perhaps look at another group. So we want somebody who's in there using the tools that can actually give us great feedback on how we're doing. You also need to go sign up at www.kw.com/PAG. And will they get a copy of this afterwards so we can, yeah, we'll get you guys a copy or send out a link and make sure that you have that available to you after the session today. And again, you must participate regularly. That'll be a dependency on your continued membership here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the members in there are communicating, giving advice, and hopefully there won't be any situations where we have to cycle somebody out of a group, but we do want active participation. And then again, the confidentiality. And one of the things we noticed in the signups from MegaCamp is that, and it was a great problem to have, is that a lot of people went in there and signed up for all of the groups. And we love that. We love the enthusiasm. However, we want to recommend that you all join a maximum of 2 groups. And again, for the reason for that is that we want you to actively participate, and we feel like if you're spanning all the groups, then that'll be a challenge for you. So try to keep it to 2 groups. When you do sign up, pick the 1 or 2 groups that you are most interested in, that you're most passionate about, and we'd love to work with you on those. And any questions? What is configured? Okay, so regularly, again, this is all on your own time. So what we're going to do is the product managers will commit to posting a certain amount of content. Now, we don't know how regularly that'll be, but at least weekly, the product managers will go in there and post content for discussion. So whenever you see content, and you can be checking this on a daily basis or you can be checking this on a weekly basis, you'll go into the product advisory group community and start a session. It may be an article that we ask you to read and get your feedback on. It may be an idea that we bounce off you. But regular participation means that you're going into the Google Groups community, you're reading the post, you're responding to the post, you're commenting on things, and that will be the general frequency. No, okay, so the question is, are the PAG groups only for tech ambassadors, or can other agents in our office participate? Absolutely. We want to represent a nice agent mix in all of our product advisory groups. So although the tech ambassador or the MC techs and ambassadors are very welcome, we want agents to be a part of this as well. So anyone can join. There's no limits on membership based on your role within the company. And that goes for team leaders as well. Whether you're leadership, whether you're agent, we just want you to have a passion for technology, and then you will be considered for the group. So the question is, if you have been previously signed up for more than 2 groups, is there a way to go in and edit your choices? The product managers are talking about this now. We are going to be reaching out to all of the members that have signed up for their groups and giving them more instructions very soon. What we're doing is because of the interest in the groups, we are reaching out and we're trying to get more and more attendees. So as we do this marketing campaign to bring people into the product advisory groups, we'll start communicating with you all probably via email first, and then we will ask you to clarify your choices, and we'll get all that cleared up so that we'll make sure you're in the right 2 groups for your 1 or 2 groups for you. Okay, so if there's no other questions, again, thank you so much for your time. And is there one more question? All right, when will we find out? So we are going through the member list right now. As I mentioned, we're trying to get a good agent mix. So we're looking at all of the people who have raised their hand and said they're willing to be a participant in these groups, and we're trying to find, you know, agents who are brand new, agents who have been with us for a long time, agents who are working on their production, or agents who have very established production. So we're trying to get the right agent mix in all these groups. And so we don't have a date for which we are going to communicate yet, but this will happen, I would say, within the next 2 weeks. You'll receive some sort of communication letting you know about our timelines. The team leads requirements. That's somebody asked, what are the team leads requirements? The only requirement we have right now are the ones that you saw on the screen, and that you are a member, or that you are an active Team Leads user. So you will have had to sign up for Team Leads, or are signing up for the Team Leads product to be considered a member in that group. So other than that, it's all the same things. The one thing I didn't point out that I want to stress right now too is that if you haven't already gone in and registered for a Google Apps account, obviously, since we're using our Google Communities, and those are going to be through your KW.com account, you will need to go in and activate your Keller Williams Google Apps account to be part of a product advisory group. All right, well, thank you again for your time. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Mike, and thanks everybody for your questions. Just out of curiosity, using your GoToWebinar control panel, raise your hand, click a hand if you have or if you intend to sign up for a product advisory group. Okay, we're seeing lots of hands. That's great. So again, the question again came in, is this okay to promote into your market center? Yes, please do. Pass it on. We want to get as much participation, so we have a really rich, diverse group of associates giving their input and helping us shape our technology as we continue on our roadmap. Okay, if you have any other questions, go ahead and type them in. And question, can we get a flyer or a PowerPoint slide to talk on at team meetings? So the slides you're seeing right now, as always, they're available in the trainer toolbox through the community. So these slides will be available there as well. And then you're free to download them and edit them to make them fit into a presentation for your team meeting. Okay, will the people on the website panel have early adoption? Okay, so you're asking if you're in the product advisory group for websites, will you be included in the early adopter group?
Those are 2 separate initiatives. So you there's no restrictions that say that you can't be in both, but just because you're in the product advisory group does not automatically put you in the early adopter website group. Those are 2 independent signups, and you'll have to raise your hand and apply for both of those.
Okay, great questions. Well, I will wrap up the presentation, and if you think of another question, go ahead and send it in. If not, the technology community is a great place to submit questions. So wrapping up, looking at next week, as you know, Monday is Labor Day, so we will be closed here at the International office, and we will not have a Monday webinar. We'll pick those back up again on September 14th. On Wednesday, the KW Video team is going to be doing their usual Wednesday webinar. If you haven't checked those out lately, they're now an hour long. They start at, these are all Central Time, so at 1:30 to 1:45, it's going to be an overview to KW Video that also includes your YouTube channel, how that works with KW Video, and the KW Video mobile app. So this is a great intro for any new agents you have or agents that haven't checked it out. And then from 1:45 until 2:30 Central Time, each week the team focuses on a different topic. And the video tip of the week for September 9th is how to be on camera. And their little blurb about that webinar is that it's time to just get over it and put yourself out there. You've already put yourself in front of buyers, sellers, and recruits in person, so now do it for the camera. Filming yourself is one of the most underutilized but the most powerful tools to connect with your clients as well as potential clients. So by joining this webinar, you'll learn how to build your business using video while not feeling silly. They're really good at helping people feel comfortable behind the camera, and they give you some great tools for that. Okay, so our closing slide today, a little bit more of a somber tone, but we did lose somebody who's so influential on KW, especially our coaching and maps. The whole BOLD experience really has a lot of content and ideas that came from Dr. Wayne Dyer. So he passed away last week at the age of 75, and would love to hear any of your favorite quotes or inspirations from Wayne Dyer. The one that I chose just is something that I try to think about all the time, that every day is a new day. You choose what you are what you choose to be today, not what you've chosen to be before. It's very liberating to have that feeling. So someone else said the best book ever is The Power of Intention. Thank you, Laura. Anybody else have a quote or book to share? Feel free. Just trying to send you off on this weekend on a high positive note. He does have a Facebook page, I realize, that's still live even after this past Saturday. So still inspirational quotes are being posted every day. Watch his movie, The Shift. Definitely will need to check that out. Thank you for that. Okay. So everybody have a great weekend. Have a great Labor Day. If you have any time to relax, please do. If you have a busy weekend, that's good too. And still, if you have any other questions, we can stick around for a couple of minutes. A question about the KW Video mobile app. Okay, Jeff, I'm going to get you an email to get support on that specifically. And if not, have a great weekend all, and we'll see you back next week. Thanks, everybody.